We're on? On. Oh, I did a hard on there.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Welcome to the CCO Pre-Show. First one of the new year, episode 473.
473?
That's what the note says.
Holy shit.
Yes, and we're brought to you as ever by the wonderful patrons at patreon.com/CCO podcast.
Whether they like it or not.
They must.
They have to at this
They
point.
probably don't, honestly.
They just keep coming back so that we have to keep doing this.
Yeah, they're trying to be nice, but really it's causing undue hardship and animosity.
It is so cold outside today.
Yes.
Yes. You guys, listen.
His truck didn't start.
Truck did not, and it was plugged in all night.
Oh, yeah?
It just didn't want to start. It was like, Brando, no, I don't want to. Listen, no, I don't want to.
You know what they make on Amazon now?
What's that?
You know what they make on Amazons now? It sounds like my dad.
Tell me.
Blankets for your vehicle.
What?
Yeah, you cover them. It's like plugging your car in, but it's tucking them in for the night.
I'm not doing that. That's like giving my dog a jacket. She don't need no jacket.
Your dog specifically does not need a jacket.
If it's too cold for Big Urs to go outside without a jacket, it's too cold for me to go outside, period. Thus, I do not. Although, that's only happened one time.
Really?
Yeah, it was minus 37, and it was like, it can't snow when it's that cold.
Correct.
But there's like, the wind was such that there was like ice in the air. And I was like, Urs, I'm just going to let you out in the backyard. And that's as far as we're going to go today. And she was cool with that.
Yeah, I like
cool.
it. Ice cold, baby. Yeah. I like explaining stuff like that, like the extreme weather phenomena to people who live like Gemstone Mine John lives in Florida, right? And when I say minus 37, but when it's a little bit windy, the wind blowing across your skin, thus removing more heat from your body, makes it feel like minus 52 or whatever, right? And they go, what, really? Yeah. And well, at minus 40 Fahrenheit and Celsius crossover, they're the same temperature. So when it's minus 40, it's minus 40 no matter what temperature system you believe in.
So when it's minus 52, it's minus 52.
Yeah, no, Fahrenheit, it would be like minus 60. Like it
40 is where it touches, and then
then it does the Fahrenheit thing again as it goes farther away.
What a stupid system that is.
Verily. Quite stupid. Yeah, Fahrenheit is actually... No, it's all stupid. Like Americans, and there's like 2 or 3 other countries in the world that use the imperial system. They will literally use anything except the metric system. Like, how many remotes per cup does it take to get to, whatever.
There's a horrific joke that I don't use in polite company that I use as my remotes per cup. I will not say it here.
Okay, weather phenomena.
Yes, weather phenomena.
It gets cold enough that it doesn't snow.
Right.
And
moisture can't fall from the sky because it's too cold.
It literally freezes, and it's like on your phone, you see the weather like rain or wind or whatever. You see there's a little icon for ice crystals. And the ice crystals are in the air. So when the sun shines through it, it literally looks like the sky, and everything you look at looks like Edward from Twilight.
Yeah.
Uncle Brando's favorite movie.
It has glitter on it. I've never actually seen a Twilight movie.
Really? We should change that and just watch all of them.
But then you would have to watch a movie as well.
Oh, no.
See?
No.
See?
No.
That's the easiest way to prevent this from ever happening. I'll never have to watch Twilight because he will never watch a movie unless it's Lord of the Rings, Ride of the Rohirrim. I think you went to see that.
I did see that, yes. It's out on, it's out on, or it's coming out on streaming? I'm going to watch it again.
You went to the theater.
I did.
Had the whole
That's
experience.
French. That's French for theater.
Yeah. Did you get popcorn?
Did.
Did you get a beer?
Did.
There you go. See, that's the
Yes.
full. Having a beer in the theater is actually kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like
and
with the downfall kind of a theater to streaming, and then with their kind of re-emergence as they try to make it into an experience, I kind of appreciate that. Like, I kind of like having like sort of a meal and a beer and sitting in like a comfier chair with my little feet up.
Yep.
My feet aren't little. They're actually weirdly large from how short I am.
That explains a lot.
Like a duck. And then, but like I enjoy that quite a bit. Although it is kind of weird when people show up in their fucking pajamas with a blanket. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. I don't like that.
That's strange.
But I do appreciate the premium theater experience. And mostly now when I go to the theaters that I go to only have that. So I don't ever get the regular theater seat. I only, like, because it's not available. I get the leather seats. I put my feet up. There's a drink holder right on my padded armrest. Yep. The only thing that I don't like about it, and I know why they do it, is the
sticky floor.
No, I like that.
Oh,
it reminds me of something else. I don't like the extravagant food prices. Like, there's no reason that butter on my popcorn should be an additional $3. There's no reason why like a Coke like this should be $18. Like, there's just no reason. Beer shouldn't be $9. I know that it is everywhere, and I'm willing to pay that. But I don't want to pay for a small bag of candy $8. Like, that doesn't make sense.
It is insane, especially when you can sneak them in from the dollar store across the hallway.
Yes.
And it costs you $1 for the exact same thing.
Yes. We are curmudgeoning. Are we being old men?
No, we're not being old men. The reason theaters can stay open is because they charged $17 for a bag of 15-cent popcorn. That's where they make all their money, and I'm perfectly aware of that. But it still feels shitty when it costs the same as a night out to have popcorn and drinks at the movie.
For an hour. Well, 2 hours usually.
Yeah, and I don't know about you.
You know what you can't smuggle in, though? You can't smuggle in popcorn. I mean, you could.
Bullshit.
You could, but if I want... Okay, because you know the amount of popcorn you eat at the movie theater is like frickin' lots. It's like a box full, right?
Sure.
You could snuggle that in. You could smuggle that in. But the amount of like uncomfortableness for a while you'd have to endure and the kind of lengths that you'd have to go through are not worth it to me, like it is worth it to me to smuggle candy in when I bring my kid.
Let me hit you with this.
Okay.
Here's how you do it.
Is it popcorn?
Yes.
Okay.
It is popcorn. You bring Rebecca with you.
Oh, I would.
You have a Ziploc bag full of popcorn.
Yes, put it in her bra to make her boobs look big.
No, you just get her to, you get her to dump her purse onto the kitchen table, and then you replace everything in her purse with the bag of popcorn, and then you go to the movie.
Well, she doesn't have a purse that is big enough to hold the amount of popcorn that I eat. Though, I go back to my boob example.
Every lady has a purse big enough to hold that kind of popcorn. And you might not know that she has it, and she might not admit that she has it, but deep down in her closet, there is a fucking sack that is just ridiculous that she carries around. Every girl I've ever dated or ever looked in their closet because I'm like looking through their stuff.
Not creepy at all.
Because they asked me to find something, get me whatever out of the closet. Okay. I'm like, okay, I'm going to look through fucking everything in here. Anyway, has a giant purse. I don't know why, but they exist. They're fashion.
That's French for fashion.
Correct.
I want Rebecca to smuggle this much popcorn into the movie theater for me. Just huge, lumpy popcorn boobs.
But if her boobs were that big and were all lumpy, somebody's going to ask her if she's okay, and then she'll have to lie. And Rebecca, bad poker face.
I'll be like this. Yes, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. I like it this way. That's what I'll say.
Also, I feel like Valor would have a really hard time, like, coming to terms with that kind of deception. Children aren't good at that kind of deception.
No, but you know what children are good at, and this is both good and also the bane of humanity on the planet, is kids will believe whatever you tell them. So if I say, hey, yeah, like, smuggling popcorn into the theater in your bra is totally normal and what everybody does, and it's an expectation, he'll be like, oh, okay.
Maybe you could. Why don't you get Valor like a huge bra and then he can bring his own?
Good idea.
Right? Like,
I'll get one for myself. We'll do it as a family.
It could be an activity. What are people going to say? Are those socks in there or popcorn? It's popcorn. It's who I am, and fuck you about it. That's what I'd say.
I would just say I'm happy to see them. Is that popcorn in your bra, or are you just happy to see me?
I'm very amped for this movie.
Is that a Twizzlers in your pants? Or are you just happy to see me? I'll be like, I'm just. Yeah,
I'm actually just happy to see you.
Yeah, that's all me. That one Twizzler, that's me, baby. that's just who I am.
Would you say Twizzler or nib?
Oh, I was giving myself way too much credit saying Twizzler. Nib.
Well, no, I mean like the full length, because like they're different. The consistency is different. One is rib, but I got a weird hole in the middle, and the other one's like a solid.
I like all of the words you're saying. I also like nibs better, but not the long ones. I like the short little chode nibs.
Yeah, little chodes. Yeah. Have you ever used a piece of licorice as a straw?
Yes, I have.
It's pretty fun. Have you ever done it, Producer Gary?
Oh, hell yeah.
Have you ever used licorice as whips to fight your friends with?
Yeah, I did that too.
Yes. Yeah. It was my two friends, actually took 3 frickin' licorice each and ganged up on me.
Oh.
Ooh. And of course, it was at a sleepover. And of course, we were all in our underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's
Lots of welts, and not in a good way.
that's pretty fucked up. Man.
No king shaming in the nation, though.
We did that once when we were all fucking around one time at my buddy's place, and we were like fighting with rhubarb stalks.
Oh no!
You ever got like a good like rhubarb in the eyes?
You flay the leaves at the end, so it's like a rhubarb of 9 tails.
It was just savage. It was just one guy got like the big leaf like right across the face, and like it just made his eyes swell shut. It was like,
Oh, dude, I got one. I swear we're gonna talk about magic for like 1 second.
What?
But after this story, it's my birthday one time,
'Kay.
and we got the August birthday.
Hell yeah.
So by August, out on the acreage where my parents lived, the apple trees were starting to drop their apples, and they were at the end of the season, soft,
full of
rotten.
wasps and-
Yeah, and they picked them all for jelly or pie or whatever they're doing. So we decided to start throwing apples at the guys jumping on the trampoline. And then it became a game, like dodgeball, but with apples.
Sure.
And then it was like, then we made teams, and then we frickin' switched sides so I could jump. And I was jumping, and I got hit in the side of the thigh, like the Charlie horse area of your thigh, right in the belly of the side of your thigh.
Right.
With this frickin' crab apple, maybe, I don't know, the size of the top of a beer can, like that big around.
Ooh.
And like a frickin' apple like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And man alive, it dropped me. Like full on, my friend Andrew or Brendan or whoever threw this apple from across the yard, pegged me right in the leg, and I was down for like an hour. It's like getting shot by a potato gun, if that's ever happened to you.
I got hit in the head with an apple once, where we were just like, I forget what the hell we were doing. We were doing
He's sitting
something
beside Sir Isaac Newton because that's how old he is.
we were out in the park, and Buddy was like digging a trench because we're like making a ramp for our bikes. We're gonna ride down the hill and go
Yes.
over the ramp, and these other like just kind of dicks were like throwing apples like at us, and my buddy goes to block an apple with the shovel that was gonna hit me,
Yeah.
and hits me with the shovel instead. Like not like Kong, but like bong. I was like, oh my god! Like at least the guys like took off after that because like, oh my god, the kid got hit with the head in the shovel. He's gonna be all hurt. We're gonna be in trouble."
Yeah.
But instead, I just got hit in the head with a freaking shovel. That explains a lot, doesn't it?
It does. It really does. One time going back to my potato gun example, my friend had a potato gun, and I think there was 3 of us. I was holding the potato gun, and my friend loaded it with the ether or the hairspray or whatever. It's got the barbecue lighter to ignite it, right? And my other friend I was like, hey man, run, I'll shoot you. He's like, wait, what? I was like, you better get going. You better get going.
Oh,
And
man.
He freaking takes off. And he got pretty far in the time that we were filling up the canister, because it was a freaking big one. This was like a potato cannon. And we stuffed a potato in, loaded it up. He's running, and he was maybe like 50 or 60 yards, like half a football field away. Hey?
Sure.
And I cocked that sucker up like at 40 degrees, 45 degrees, and I lobbed a potato up. Cool. And it was like in slow motion. We were like, oh, we did the thing. We did that. We did the Joe Rogan like announcing UFC meme. Right? And frickin' wham, right in the back of his head. Man, we got him like 50 yards away, and he just eats shit, wipes out, rolls in the gravel, and his hair's all wet from the potato splatting against him. Oh, man. It was probably the best shot I ever took out of anything that I've ever shot.
That's pretty good.
Yes, and keep in mind, I have a son.
I was going to say, this means you, Valor, so keep that in mind.
The potato gun shot, man. Woo. That was a good one. So, anyways.
So tomorrow on the show, we're
Yes.
going to talk about 2025?
Yes.
Year in Magic, sets, events, all that kind of good stuff. For right now, we just talked about a bunch of stuff, about how it's cold.
Well, I had
and
some questions for you,
Potato
though.
buns. Do we have time for questions, Gary?
Potato buns?
15.
Okay, we got some time. I'll preface you for the show.
Okay.
Okay. Are there currently unbuilt decks that you want to build in 2025? You don't have to answer who they are. That's for the show tomorrow.
Oh, there was one, but then I just did it.
Oh.
I just did it.
Okay.
I was sitting there with Theory crafting it on the couch, and then I was like, wait, I already owned this. I'm just going to do, and I did it.
Okay. So there's
no.
nobody on your build list. Oh.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I
Alas.
have 3.
I had a theory one where I was actually going to talk to you about it today. I have like a theoretical one I wanted to do, but then I was thinking about it so much, I'll just do it.
Oh. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I did it. It's done.
Okay. Well, that kind of is sucky. In the comments below, this is the weekly comment on the pre-show game. That's what we're calling it now.
Yeah.
It's a working title, but we all know what that means.
Correct.
Who do you want to build in 2025?
Or what do you want to build in 2025? Maybe it doesn't exist
yeah.
yet. Maybe you want to do Mardu Elves.
Hey, that's pretty good. That would be pretty bad, actually.
That would be a really bad deck.
Yes, it would.
Today, but maybe this year it could be
We
better.
are going back to Tarkir this year. Did you know that?
Yes.
We're going to Tarkir, and Mardu is one of the clans, or the cons. No, the clans. Yeah. Cons? Clans.
I don't care.
I don't know. Probably not allowed to say clan. We've got Ether Drift coming up,
Man,
and that's going to be full of vehicles, and vehicles is on the first thing that I'm doing. I'm actually taking apart Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Banty Laser, taking it apart, reusing all of the vehicles, and building a dedicated vehicle deck. That's going to be the first thing I do in 2025. Yep.
Huh.
And I'm going to do it now, and then in February when Ether Drift rolls around, see what I did there?
Yeah.
Rolls up,
Yeah.
balls out of control, whatever. I'm going to tweak it and add the new vehicles, if any.
Huh.
Yeah.
I wonder if the new Chandra is going to make a vehicle token. Which planeswalker is going to make a vehicle token? Like a creature like a token that's a vehicle.
Oh, man, can you imagine all the words on that Planeswalker?
Too many.
Too many.
Too many
Too
words.
many. Too many. Do you know what Planeswalkers didn't have too many words on them? The ones from Lorwyn
Yep.
in 2007 or 8 or whatever. Every Planeswalker ever since then, too many words.
Correct.
Except Ashiok, the uncommon one from War of the Spark. That one, very good.
Well, it still has way too many words on it. What does his other ability do?
There's
Yeah, that's right.
mill and remove graveyard. There's
That's it.
he's got a static. They got a static. It's
The static is the one that makes him good.
yeah, and then the other one does the mill and the remove graveyard. Don't it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
but still, too many words. Can't remember them all.
Can't remember them all. 473. That's what episode we're on. 2025.
Oh my God.
Hit our theme song.
Brr, brr.
Bye-bye.